Welcome back. Now that we have seen how we can declare variables and assign values to them, let's look at how we can print these variables out. In this short video, we will look at three major things. We will print undeclared values, like we have done before. We will print using only the name of assigned variables, and we will do hybrid printing. And in the meantime, we will look at the difference between System.out.print statement versus System.out.println statement. Okay, let's go back to our Eclipse workspaces and let's put console a little bit down. Let's open this place up. Now, we have all these variables declared, right? How can we print them? First way of printing we have seen before, right? Let's do this. The way of printing or displaying that we saw before, we have seen before, and this is System.out.println, and we said hello world. Okay, what did we do here? What are we doing here? This print line statement prints out string hello world. Okay, it is not declared, it is not assigned anywhere, it is just printing hello world. And if I run this application, if I run this program, my console will show me hello world. What if since I don't have to declare a string to print it out, I can just put it in. Can I do this? System.out.println 365. The answer is yes. I mean, obviously, because there is no error messages here. So if I print hello world, 365 is going to be there. Okay, now this is the demonstration of printing without declaring or assigning to a variable, right? However, now let's say you're writing a program and you started writing at 11 o'clock, but right now it is 11:53, right? It's gonna be 12 o'clock. So are you going to write every single time? Like, are you going to remember when your starting hour was? Probably yes, but what if program gets too complicated? Why? So that's where declaring and assigning variables come in, right? So when the variable changes, you don't have to remember everything. You just have to remember the name of the variable. For example, population of a country is 10 million, right? If there are like population, let's do this, population of the United States, I believe it is 352 million, so 352, 123, 123, right? And population of, let's say, Canada, I don't know how many, but let's assume 125 million, 125, 123, 123. This is a not correct number. So let's say you have 170 countries. Do you have to remember all of them? No, this is where declared variables help you out. They will, so next time you want to print a population, you can come here, right? Open a System.out.println, and you can say, instead of 125 million, you can say population of Canada. Close your statement. You see? No complaints, everything looks smooth. Run this program, it will print hello world 365 125 million, right? So the same here, let's do this. After this, System.out.println, and you press enter, it will open everything for you up. Oh, I'm sorry, no need for strings. You're gonna put here population of planet Earth. Print hello world 365 125 million 7,530 million. Okay, and you don't need to add L or anything here. You don't need to rewrite this number. You don't need to remember this number. It is going to be right there for you. Okay, now what if I want to say that this is, when I print it out, I want to say this is a population of planet Earth. I can do that. Here comes combining declared variables with undeclared ones. Let me copy this, go all the way down to avoid all this confusion. This is a big program that we're writing here. It's already almost 100 lines of code, right? So let's put a comment demonstrating how to hybrid print. Now, this is not the exact term. I'm just making this up to make it easy to understand, right? So I set population of planet Earth. If I run this program, it will be hello world, and this will be twice because I have this statement up there too. So Java reads from left to right, up top to bottom. So it comes here, sees this, it executes the statement, comes here, says it. It doesn't care. It's the repetition. It's not going to warn you about it. It's just going to do its job. It's going to execute. Now, what if I want to say, to make it clear for anyone who's going to read, who's going to execute my program, run my program, to understand what this number is? Two ways, right? Option number one, just open. Okay, now, before I dive into it, let's do this. Here comes System.out.print. Okay? What print does, unlike println, is let's start with println. What println does is every time it prints something, it opens, it kind of presses enter, right? It opens a new line character, right? It goes to the next line. However, print is not going to do it. When you have print without ln, what will happen is it will print and stop here and continue printing. Let's try. The population of Canada. And we're going to do this. Space, dash, space. Now, if I run this program, magically, these two statements are going to two separate statements, right? We close them, right? And different lines and everything. These two statements are going to print out a single line. This is the difference between print and println. So if you want to write multiple, if you want to display multiple elements on one line, you're going to continue with print, right? So if you want to add a new line, you're going to add println. That's how it's going to work. So this is how you can basically combine undeclared variables with declared variables. Let's do this. Let's create, now that we know how we can create a, we can declare and assign a string variable, right? Let's do this. We have a course name, right? Java for SDETs. System.out.print. Our course name is column, space, close your quotation marks, right? Come here, System.out.println, course name. Okay, when I execute this, what is the output going to be? Our course name is Java for SDETs. Now, what if I come here and say course name is equal to Selenium for SDETs? What do you think this will print? Is it going to still print Java for SDETs? Is it going to print Selenium for Java for SDETs and then Selenium for SDETs? Now, what will happen is when I print it, when I run this program, it will print our course name is Selenium for SDETs. What happened here? I first declared course name. First, I assigned it to be Java for SDETs. Then I assigned it to be, reassigned it to be Selenium for SDETs. So Java came here, read this, said that, okay, I'm creating a container for, called course name. It's going to be a string container. It will take Java for SDETs as a value. Then, oh, here we go. We're using that variable. We're assigning it again into something else. Container stays the same, name stays the same, value changes to Selenium for SDETs. Now, this is why we need variables, because in our programs, we will have a lot of cases where variable values will change, but our naming will not, because we will name, we will give logical names that we will know what they are supposed to do, okay? And if the value changes, when you print out, it will print out the new value. I believe this is about it for now. So basically, just to refresh what we did here is we saw how you can, we reminded ourselves that you can print without declaring a variable. You can print anything, right? Any type of a primitive, and System.out.println statement will take it, right? Then we also saw how we can print, let me add comments here, how we can print printing by variable names, right? And System.out.println statement will just take it and print out the value. You do not put any quotation marks here or anything. The name for Java is not is just a name pointing out to the value. So Java will not care what you put here. You can even change this to population of whatever, right? And if the value is 125 million, it will print 125 million, right? Next, we also saw how we can combine and create hybrid printing, where we will make it easy for whoever executes the program to understand what 7 billion stands for. That's about it for now. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you again.